Today's video, we continue an election series where we discuss what if Trump lost the GOP primary in 2016. Last video, we had Ted Cruz versus Hillary Clinton for a general election, and Hillary Clinton ended up victorious. So we are going to continue into 2020. Now, Hillary Clinton, the incumbent president in this scenario, is facing off against Marco Rubio, who lost in 2016 in the primaries, but is back here in 2020. Now, a lot of issues are facing the United States. COVID-19 is a heavy issue debated among the two parties. Hillary Clinton hasn't been able to handle that issue very well, but the country is uniting behind its leader. In this video, we will be discussing whether Hillary Clinton will be able to win a second term in this video. Now, first off, in the likely states for Hillary Clinton, I think Colorado and New Mexico, first of all. Now, these two states, generally before the Trump era, were considered more closely and competitive states. So I think she'll win both of them by around 5 to 6 points. I think Virginia as well, with Tim Kaine, should be able to help her win the state by a likely margin. Maine as well, before the Trump era, the 2nd district is quite competitive, if not in the lean blue category, so I do believe that Hillary Clinton will be able to win the at-large vote. Now for Marco Rubio, his only likely state would be considered the state of Texas, because the state prior to the Trump era was very solidly in the GOP category. Now states like Iowa and Ohio, which in this prediction would be considered very competitive, right now are very much Republican-leaning states. So I'm going to start off by in the states of Nevada and Arizona, and eventually moving my way to New England. The first state is Nevada, and this state is more competitive. Hillary Clinton was able to win the state in 2016, and she is the incumbent, but at the end of the day, many issues are facing the United States, and she has not been able to handle many of those issues well. Nonetheless, I do think she will be able to carry the state of Nevada. Arizona, however, still has a lot of moderates who are willing to support Marco Rubio. And for that reason, and for its historic Republican voting history, I will give this state to Marco Rubio. Now the state of Georgia. Now Georgia still has a lot of rural voters and a lot of suburban voters who may have backed Hillary Clinton in 2016 and are not really sure how they're going to vote. And in fact, Hillary Clinton did end up losing the state of Georgia by a lean margin in 2016, so it looks like that Marco Rubio could end up carrying the state by more than 5 points or by a likely margin. North Carolina here is relatively competitive. Hillary Clinton lost the state by 2 points in 2016, and she will likely end up losing the state again. After all, she didn't win the state previously, and with all the economy tanking, it seems like that Marco Rubio would be favored in the state of North Carolina. Now, Florida is a big one, with 30 electoral votes, a must win for Marco Rubio. And in fact, he is definitely favored in the state of Florida. One of the reasons is that he is a current serving senator of the state of Florida, and that should help him win re-election by a pretty substantial margin. So as well as that, though the state is very competitive, and Hillary Clinton does end up winning the state of Florida in the Miami-Dade region. In fact, she won the county by 30 points. Marco Rubio narrowly wins the state of Florida on the presidential race. Now Marco Rubio is at the first time in this video ahead of Hillary Clinton on the electoral vote count. Now for the state of Minnesota. Minnesota, Hillary Clinton was able to easily carry that in 2016, thus she should be able to carry it again in 2020. The state of Iowa here, now the state is pretty competitive. It does have a lot of rural areas that voted for Obama, was hesitant to vote for Hillary Clinton. In this video, though, Marco Rubio is just able to win those voters, win just enough of them, and to end up winning the state by a total margin. Similarly, in the state of Ohio, a state that has been considered the bellwether state, which means it has voted with presidential election winners, does end up voting with Marco Rubio by a very narrow tilt margin by just over 10,000 votes. And he does carry Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, albeit by a tilt margin. Now Marco Rubio only needs one of the three Rust Belt states, or also commonly considered the Blue Wall, to end up winning the election. However, Hillary Clinton does end up easily carrying the state of Michigan, as this is the blue state out of the three states, and a state with a very long Democratic voting history. It also voted for Clinton by around 4 points back in 2016. In the state of Pennsylvania here, I do believe that this state will go to Hillary Clinton in this matchup because of the fact that she was able to win the state in 2016 by also around 2 percentage points. And in fact, the Rust Belt has not been trending Republican as compared to what people may have expected, giving the state to Hillary Clinton. Now, whoever wins the state of Wisconsin will end up winning the presidential election. But first, I'm going to give New Hampshire to Hillary Clinton because, again, she was able to win the state previously, and also many voters in New England are trending towards the Democratic Party, specifically in the state of New Hampshire, and Maine's 2nd District, however, has been trending to the Republicans, and Marco Rubio does end up winning the district in this hypothetical matchup that does not actually exist in real life. And finally, for the state of Wisconsin, on one hand, Marco Rubio has been able to do very well in the wild counties and win counties like Waukesha by a huge margin. But on the other hand, Hillary Clinton has been able to do very well in the areas that border Iowa and Minnesota, and end up ultimately winning the state, which means she'll nearly end up winning the presidential election again and serve a second time as President of the United States. Thank you for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.